And I'm starting the countdown. All right, so let's see. YouTube connection. Kind of freaking out because the bot isn't connecting, but I mean, sometimes it does take it a little while. I don't know. You want to check to see if we have a vertical stream?
We do not.
Oh, I think the bot connected. Hang on. Yes. Whip it, baby. Whip it right. Whip it, baby. Whip it. Hello and welcome. This is Kevin, also known as AWOL. And today we're working on a different project. I know that it said it in the description that we were working on the can thing, but this is a project that I'm actually going to earn something for making. And so I'm going to try to get this thing done as quick as I can. So that's why we changed it up. I am joined tonight by my lovely wife, Mandy. And yeah, this is pretty cool. I really like this one. It starts out with just like this little small area, and then I had to like add on strings to make it wider, and then joined it all together to make a cylinder for it. And now it's about making it long enough for the cards themselves. So it needs to go down to 4 inches. It's about 1.5 inches right now. I don't know how much we will get done tonight. But whatever I don't do tonight, I will probably try to finish it tomorrow. I kind of think it doesn't going to take too much more. It's a sort of fast pattern, but we'll kind of see how it goes. The funny part was trying to get the pattern to line up when it went from the skinny strip down to the bigger area. Like that was the hard part. Everybody was like kind of oohing and eyeing over about like how do I get like from the where it started out skinny and then went flat. Nobody seemed to notice like the really hard part was getting the pattern to continue on. So it was insane. It was really yeah, so we had a little bit of a busy week. It seemed like all the doctor's appointments all converged on this week. I didn't have a whole lot of time to work on stuff. Another good song. Oh, and so the plastic that I'm using for this is semi-transparent. Is this background like this piece here? I don't know if you guys remember, but a couple weeks ago, I like decided I was going to trim it down so that way it was portable and could be taken along with us if we were going on a trip. And it just happened to be the perfect size to fit in between this project. So that was pretty cool. Pretty stoked about that. It just kind of helps keep the strings from getting mixed up and pulling one from the other side or something. And now I know it organizes up running perfect. Like requested as a little effect. Things done. Things major time. Responding on major time. Here's the learning by no wait line. 4, 3, 2, 1. First be love. Oh no, that's a drag. That's good. At least it's getting sorted out. Speaking of glasses, I should put mine on. All right. And now I got to rotate this. Uh, oh, and the other thing I don't know if anybody else noticed, but these two different sides, they mirror each other. The directions of the weave or whatever is absolutely mirrored, which I think is pretty cool. I have no idea how many strings. I was adding strings until I got to approximately the right size. If I had to guess, it would be probably just shy of 100, but I could be wrong. I don't know. I think there were 40 in the first beginning bit part, but again, there was yeah. I'm not sure I ever tried to keep track. Where a lot of people, like new people who are new to the craft, want to be able to say, look at me, I just did something with 96 strings, or you know, it's like a badge of honor. I've already done that. I did 866 strings, so I'm kind of like, I don't really need a number to track because I've done it. I'm not saying I have the record in it, but there's a possibility that there's nobody else who has done that big. So yeah. But yeah, I literally was adding in these segments until it was wide enough. I did the math. It was 2 3/4 inch by 1 inch. And then if you double that, it comes out to something like 7 inches, 7.5 inches, 7.5, I think it was. So yeah. So I was using a ruler just to measure to make sure that I was getting into that ballpark. And then I was told to make it like a little bit big. They didn't want it to be too tight against the cards themselves. So it's just a little greater than 7.5 inches across when it was laid out flat. And so part of the instruction, part of what they wanted it to be to somehow try to find symbolism between the sun and the moon. And so we've got the bright yellowy side, and then we got the blue and gray side. And then there was Celtic design actually on the cards. So kind of added that in there too. Thank you. It took me a little bit of time to try to work out like how was I going to design the pouch? Like what was I going to do? As far as the flap went, what kind of shape would I be going for? Right. There would have to be a whole lot more planning to have made this thing like like the crosses or doing the other things like changing directions here and there. So I've done it before. I did a very Celtic-y bag. It's kind of hard to design, and I'm not getting paid so much that I could go and quite like that. Do you have the image there, Mandy?
Hang on, let me look for it. I'm sure I do. We shared it with. Yes. Okay. Let's see how I can. Okay, tell me if you
We
can
haven't
see
done
that
this
because I
in a
have it
while.
full screen.
We still see you. There we go. There's the cards. So that's what they look like. Yep. And back to you. There we go. Yeah. I could start trying to work out what goes on over here, but I think it'll be easier if I go ahead and spin this around and get the blues coming in from the other direction. Because again, the whole pattern mirrors. So getting both sides even will make that easier. So we flip it again. Hey, Rainbow. Good, doing good. Working on the project I'm kind of excited about. It's turning out really, really well. It's got moments where it's tricky, and I wish there had been an easier way of doing it. But at the same time, it's coming along, and I like it a lot. So we had special ordered the button that goes for this. It's kind of got a sun and a moon thing to it. That should be here like Monday or Tuesday. So really excited about that. I was going to work on this yesterday, but decided to try to get caught up on the videos for the rest of the month, and so I kind of set this aside for tonight. Yeah, I really like this one. I really think this is super pretty. I was told to just come up with something that was sun and the moon, and yeah. Oh, honey, you should send Leia a message. I think that's the name, right? And say that it's actually being made on the stream.
I did.
Oh, you're very clever. I only just thought of it. Well, I thought of it before, but then I never conveyed the message, which is the same as not thinking of it.
I sent it at 10:04. She hasn't seen it yet, though.
Cool. Yeah, it's probably nighttime there.
No, early morning.
Do 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 do. The garden. I don't know how many rows I have to go to get to the 4-inch mark. I haven't figured that out yet. Oh, and I had to do the whatchamacallit. So when I thank everybody for all the YouTube members, I had to remake up that because we lost a few. So we're down to, I think there's only 5 YouTube members left, which is kind of a bummer. Kind of. Oh, so there's a thing. Well, here I can press it now. There's my YouTube members list. So we're down down to like just these 5 people, which is a bit of a bummer. Like we were up to 9 at one point. Yeah, basically I build my own overlays when it comes to the channel. So like when things pop up on the screen or whatever, that was all made by me. Just like the like that one. or that one. All made by me. Thank you. Out of curiosity, this is like an inch and a half so far. Oh, and the person I'm making this for, every time I do an update, they're like really quick to repost it themselves to their friends and saying to follow me on YouTube and stuff, which I think is really sweet. Yeah. Um, because of the bracelets, because of Facebook. Been friends on Facebook for a number of years, and then they just decided that they wanted to do this thing with the cards. It felt pretty random, like just out of the blue. Like, okay, yes, I can do those kind of things. This is really cool, though. See this area right here, like where it goes from here to here, and the fact that the pattern is seamless, you know, like this row, like that was the hard part. That's the one thing, like everybody's like, wow, you got a flap to go over it. Yeah, that's easy. Getting the pattern to continue. So I have some leftover strings that are hanging up the hooks, and for some odd reason, apparently we don't have geckos in the office right now because the strings have gone untouched, or the geckos have learned to stay away from my string, which would be great if that was true. They can go ahead and go after any insects. If there's any mosquitoes or
They
something
got
in
the
here,
message.
I guess maybe, but they're not playing with my strings, so yay. Oh yeah. Well, I bought these things. They're like a coat rack that has like the little the things that stick out to hold the coat can fold up flush against this wooden thing, and I can hang string off of them off the wall. And yeah, in past projects, I've had issues with the geckos getting a little bit frothy in here, getting it caught on their skin or tail or legs or whatever, and like pull the string down or get it tangled with other strings. And yeah, you wouldn't think they'd be a problem, but they can be. Yeah, there's been a call from different people watching the stream who have suggested that we put a camera in the office just to try to catch the geckos in the act of messing with the string. Um, we do have cameras with like infrared on them, but we've never used it for that purpose. Yeah. Right on. Well, being in Singapore, I've definitely learned a lot about different animals I knew nothing about before, like geckos and right. Is that the one that carries the dengue?
No,
Which one? What does it carry? Oh yeah, we find them cute enough that we don't try to like stop them from being in our home. Um, there are
oh, it is.
people who
Apparently,
set
that's what they're
traps or
called in
poison.
Europe.
That's what I thought.
We've always used their scientific name. I've never seen that before. I guess it makes
Right.
sense. The stripes.
That's what I thought. I think I've heard it when they were getting into America, them being referred to as that. I don't know that last one, the Chickagunga, whatever. What is?
Chikungunya.
Yeah, Jajabala. I don't know what that one is.
We It didn't really take off here, thankfully. Um,
Oh, we were just talking about the third disease that you had mentioned there. I don't think I had ever heard of it before. Apparently, it wasn't really a thing here, so that's
no, it is, but
bonus
it's
for
not
us.
right. It's firstly, it is less dangerous than say dengue.
Because dengue will mess you up. Dengue can
Yeah.
take your life. And
Yeah. I mean, both Zika and chikungunya are like kind of milder compared. So it's the same mosquito.
right, right. Yeah, I've had dengue before, so yeah, I know all about that one. That one kind of wrecked me for a minute. Oh yeah, we got a friend like that. Hey, good morning, Canadian. Oh, it's her.
Yes, sweetie, it's her. Well, them.
Yeah, them. It is them. Hello, welcome to the stream. And good morning. I'm making progress over here, or at least trying to. Oh, I think it's coming along. Well, I'd said earlier that we should, send an invite so that you could see it getting made in real time. And then, like, Mandy was like, I already did that, which was like, oh, my wife is more clever than I am. It is 10:48 at night. Yeah, we were even showing off the deck of cards earlier tonight, saying how the Celtic design on the cards kind of helped solidify the pattern. Because originally, I was going to do something kind of like my card holder. I was going to go with something real colorful and like this. But then I saw the cards and I'm like, oh, Celtic-y design, right? Okay. And then kind of reminded of the bag that I made that was very Celtic-y. Yeah, it's pretty neat. Yeah, for real, because it'd be a real bummer to get this far and be like, I would, it would break my heart. That's awesome. Yeah, I was just saying something about that earlier in the stream. How every time I post an update, you share it. I think that's awesome. I would have gotten more done this week, except for I had a couple doctor's appointment and a dentist, so it's been a little bit crazy over here. Yeah, not feeling any less down. I miss myself and feed myself. I'm going to. Standing in out of the church. Where people say, my God, up she stood on the maintenance ring. And then I home, as I did on my own. Okay. Yeah, I keep finding things to do instead of painting. I got cool new paintbrushes. I don't know where they went. That's weird.
They're so little that they disappeared.
They were sitting here on my desk for like the longest time. What did I do?
You put them safe.
Yep, probably. I'm so confused. Yeah. Right on. But I don't want to clean. I'm really perplexed. It's been sitting next to my little pen holder. I've got my little spray thing for my paints. They were right here. I swear they were right here earlier today. Oh, wait. I moved stuff around when I did the end of the month review. What did I do? Oh no. Mandy had something like that happen here recently. She had a bottle in the bathroom that fell into the sink, and the little push down piece for the pump for the bottle went flying. And we have searched the bathroom and cannot find it anywhere. And it's not like we have a giant bathroom or anything, or like lots of fixtures or whatever. It disappeared. It jumped into the void and is gone. Thought the general rule was we weren't supposed to break the Kevin. Now I can't find these paintbrushes. I am. Oh, so there is a video of me making this on the members only part so far. So like there was a big chunk that I put together. I think it's when I brought the two sides together up in here when I folded it around. Like the first part of this was I just made it and then I got it joined or whatever. But yeah, that's in the members area if you're interested in checking that out. I think that was last Tuesdays. I swear to God, it doesn't make any sense. It also could have been this morning when I was working with the light box. Oh. I'm really perplexed. And my wife got me really cool paintbrushes for watercolor. They're short, so they're portable. And they've been sitting on my desk since I got them. That was still to be not mine. If we cannot make babies, maybe we can make some time. Look at you and me, Product City, come alive. We can funk until the dawn, making love to you. I have a funny feeling that when the stream ends, I'm going to destroy the office looking for the thing. Yeah, I think in America you can, but I think like if I lost mine, I'd be screwed because I think you have to actually go there in person, and I'm only like 9,000 miles away from where I was born. Yeah. It's one of those things like it's so petty, but it's really going to make me insane. It doesn't help that the fact the thing is black. Like it is seriously like there are so many things around my office that are black. That doesn't help. Like I should get Rainbow to make like one of her little embroidery patches to put on it. I need one for both sides so that way like it can't be upside down and block it. Ooh, I can maybe do it with a bracelet. That would look cool. Make a bracelet design that's really long. I haven't shared the pattern for this. I'm not sure even if I'm going to or not. I don't know. I haven't really given it a lot of thought because there isn't a lot of video to kind of back up the whole how to make it kind of thing. Like if I originally I kind of had this thought that I was going to show all the steps and stuff involved in it and record the videos and stuff. But then there was so much like that I wasn't sure about when I like was getting it started. Like, I don't know. I just kind of wanted to kind of go at it. I kind of got excited and didn't hit record. So like there's not anything showing how the first segment, got built or the segment after that got built. All right. Now, Oh, so another thing we did this week, um, we were happened to be in the neighborhood of my wife's uncle, who is the guy that, well, let's put it this way. When I showed him the handy tool that I had and suggested that he should get something like that because they're so practical and useful, he's like, yeah, I only thing that would be good for is hurt himself with. They had a light fixture issue, and I went to go help because I'm tall, but their ceilings are so gigantic that I had to stand on like a bar stool and like reach about all the way above my head, like I really extend my arms for it. It was pretty rough, but got it done. But yeah, it was something something in my brain was making it extra hard because just the idea of falling off that chair had me absolutely just scared. It's like I just realized like I'm I'm not going to bounce up and be okay if I fall. Yeah, it wasn't safe at all. There was no, it was not at all safe. Yeah, probably. Thinking you're young enough to do a thing that you should really have no business doing. Yeah, that's probably the cause for broken hips and all kinds of stuff. Reminds me one time I was trying to do something. Can't remember what it was. Something in my bedroom was up really high, and I tried standing on a chair, lost my balance, and as I was falling, one of the spiky points that was on the top of the back of the chair caught my jeans and ripped them, and it was really close to where it could have impaled me and have definitely ruined my poor youthful hiney. Um, yeah, my mom was like, "What on earth were you thinking?" And look at like this could have really you could have been impaled. Like, yeah, yeah. Hindsight, you know. I was young, back when I was young, like didn't worry about these things. Oh man, this is ADHD brain for you. Can't remember yesterday, can't remember the week, can't remember stuff. But I suddenly get a memory and so the flood comes in. Oh my God. There was one time I was trying, like, there were so many board games and various things up on this shelf in my closet. And I was trying to get something out of there, and everything in the closet fell on me. And literally, I got buried in stuff and ended up having to spend the entire rest of the day sorting out, like, these are the cards, these go, and the money, these go with the Monopoly, and these are the moving pegs for the trouble game, and this is the stuff that goes with the game of life, and like, because all of the contents, all those different game packages, all fell out when it came tumbling down. Some stayed in their boxes, but for the most part, no. And it was so hard to put everything all back together and make it right. It was crazy. Wow. So over here in Singapore, they have things for the elderly where like they make games out of things that help them with their balance, like stepping in and out of this little rope ladder thing that's laid on the ground, or passing a plate that has a ball on the plate, and they have to like walk across the room with the ball on the plate, pass to somebody who then goes back to the other side, like a little race between these elderly people, just to keep them their minds sharp and their bodies, you know, still going like that. I don't know. It's pretty cool, and it's free. That's the super cool part. Is like these people just come to hang out and they get to play the games and do whatever, and it's actually super helpful to them. It's kind of awesome. Hey, just drink things. Welcome, welcome. So I suspect that Just Drink Things is surprised to come into the stream and see a whole different project than what we were working on. So the redacted soda thing has been set aside so that we can work on this thing, because I want to get this done sooner. And it's coming along really well. Oh yeah. Hey, this is a fun pattern. I really like it. I was saying earlier that the hard part was, well, here, I have to move it here in a second anyways. I'll show you the hard part in a minute. Oh, the Commodores. Heck yeah, let's go. Just strengthening it. I was saying this was the hard part, being able to make it so that way there's a flap to the bag, but then making the corner and keeping the pattern intact. So that way it was kind of a, that's the hardest part of the whole thing. Right. Like Mandy's dad has no idea how that even a laundry machine works. Never tried one in his entire life. Very easy.
Dirty clothes just magically get clean.
Yeah, he's never had to worry. There's always handed him. Well, I would say he's always given clean clothes, but there was a duration when that man would wear a T-shirt till it basically walked off on its own. Those white T-shirts.
That was him trying to like save water. So instead of throwing it in the laundry basket where my mom will get to it, he just kept wearing it.
Yeah. Plus, he had a whole thing. Like he had a problem with me standing up straight because he felt that that was acting too proud. Like I do it because I want to have, a life as I'm older where I'm not all hunched over and wrecked. But he saw that the standing up straight was acting a little too proud. And that like his whole t-shirt thing was the sign of showing that he's not very proud, that he's not a wealthy man or anything. And like, yeah, he had some really strange ideas of what it meant to be a person in society.
Isn't it amazing how I'm even half normal?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, not to, no disrespect, but you're a lot more like your mother.
Thank God. I think.
Yeah. Your mom had some good qualities. There were bits that would make a sane man crazy, but there was there was redeeming. Yeah, my parents would absolutely got on me for slouching. Oh, can you pull up that pattern number over on the BB's thing and then shoot me a link so I can just like click and see it? I'm really curious.
Sorry, which one? Say it. Oh, sure. Got it, got it. And
Yeah, got it. Oh, right on. That's exactly what I'm doing. Oh, no, not. It's not. I have a single dot where that one has 4. I have a single dot in between them. Cool. Every time I hear this, love is like a roller coaster, I think of Beavis and Butthead Do America, and I really want to see that movie again, but it's not streaming anywhere I can find it. Yeah, theirs is a lot like mine. Hang on. Oh, I want to see the Discord. Yeah. I thought you were making a no yard bag. Also, what's up with the Van Gogh background? Van Gogh. Whatever the hell his name was. Okay, so we're almost, it's a fraction away from 2 inches. Still a long ways from 4. But we're almost at the 2-inch mark. Oh, cool. it does use some strings faster than others. So you might actually have to replace some strings if your bag goes long. So don't use all the strings you got, just in case you have to like replace some. Just a heads up, because that's a real thing. Right. Sounds like you've been very busy. Right on. It's hard to say what will actually get us motivated and get us to get a project going. Like this one here, it's just the pure excitement of knowing that the recipient is excited about it. And it's kind of, propelling me to get really excited about the whole work myself. And plus, everybody's like losing their mind over on like Reddit and stuff, Instagram, which I love that as well. There was one person that like wanted to hear the whole story about like how I figured out to make three-dimensional objects and saw the other images of how it got started and like wanted to like full details and stuff. And it's like I am not good at typing. They want to join the stream, I'll talk for hours, but I am not good at sharing like how I knew to make this the way I did. mind you, it's quite similar to like some of the other things I've done. Um, but my approach to it was different. Like how I started with the flap the way I did, and the fact that the sides didn't just get kind of joined the other way. That was a little bit different. Yeah. Wait. You're fine. I kind of think chaos is my normal mode. Like anything anything that seems organized is probably an illusion. Cool. It's actually a ADHD trait of having difficulty getting a project started. Recently, kind of was looking at this whole premise. Um, I use a gravity timer for like when I'm recording videos, and trying to get myself hyped up to actually do the recordings and stuff really hard. But like when I go, like, this is the timer. So like, so when I wait, there it goes. Okay. So like when you flip it, it'll go to the whatever. It kind of helps me a bit because like if I need motivation, it's like, okay, the timer's going, now I have to work. And then I give myself 30 minutes. And then afterwards I'll give myself a break, like maybe 10 minutes or so, where I can check out the videos or my phone and stuff. Say goodbye to a tinkering sky day. Never let your sorrow. Well, you did string things. You did the mermaid bag from hell. Like that thing has got to be like the hardest thing. Yeah, I would hate. I right. Okay, so yeah. So finishing is a thing. I don't know how I stay focused on doing my projects the way I do. I really yeah, I kind of wish I could just do the patterns and send to people. I love putting patterns into the graph paper and work out stuff. Like I use the A4 template to be able to start this on. We used the redacted soda cover to be able to figure out approximately how many strings would be the width of the thing. And then, yeah, we worked off of that. So like there's 40 strings in that flat part. So from there, we can probably figure out there's 80 plus an inch, another 15, 20. So I swear, I think it's going to be like right around 100 because of like the other small pouches I've done. Oh yeah. Um, Maybe we can talk just string things into adding it. It's it's crazy. It's basically it imitates weaving, but in knots, which means that each row you're going left and then to the right. Yeah. It's got lots of cute colors in it. It's a really cute looking thing. It's just there's no way I would do a big project with a pattern like that. Cool. I went to see a Van Gogh exhibit at the Detroit Museum of Art and absolutely loved it. His works were really, really good. Really enjoyed myself that time. I haven't been to a lot of art exhibitions. Went to see two of them too. Dali, Salvador Dali, and who's the other guy we went and saw, honey?
Sorry?
I can't. Escher. Escher. I'm sorry, I couldn't think of his name. MC Escher. Trying to remember the art exhibits we went to.
Right.
Salvador Dali and MC Escher, like two of my absolute favorite artists. And it's so cool. We're kind of down to where the button will come on there. That's awesome. Oh, cool. I don't know who that is. You ever see the one with Salvador? Oh no, it wasn't Salvador Dali. Who was that? Van Gogh. Did you see the Doctor Who episode with Van Gogh? That was like absolutely awesome. Yeah, it's pretty insane. Because that pattern's so hard. I only needed 9 months to do something that was 1.6 meters by 0.6 meters. But my pattern was easier, kind of. I don't know. It was insane. It was crazy. Yeah, it's the way that the string keeps stopping and starting because they keep alternating. So it's meant to mimic weaving, but in knots. It's one of the harder things to actually do. Right on. I've seen my own pattern, some of it on, I think it's on Bracelet Book. Minute Craft pointed it out to me that somebody was trying to take the pattern and pass it off. Right on, right on. You have a good day. Yeah, just string things. What are you going to do when you finally finish your project? It's taken you so long to do it. Are you going to actually feel comfortable taking it out of the house, like as an actual bag, or are you just going to like put it up like a museum item? It doesn't have any loops, so you can't just string a kumi through the loops or anything. Seems a little late to be in the planning stage. Just my general thought on that. Yeah, we're definitely past the 2-inch mark. Oh, more than the soda, the redacted soda. I was thinking about it today. More than that, I would want a sponsorship from True Lemon. They make like these little packets, little skinny little packet that you add to water, and I drink about 3 or 4 of those things a day. I mix it with like a liter of water. That's how, like I say, completely hydrated. I'm just drinking the hell out of these things. Deadline? I'm sorry, I missed. I'm sure this is about a comment I made, and I've already lost track of what I was
Deadline for
saying.
your project.
This project?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I don't have one. I'm just planning on trying to do it as quick as I can. I was suddenly stunned like a deer in the headlights. I had no idea. Right. maybe you turn it into a bag that you keep your string and stuff in. Then you don't need a strap or anything. You don't even have to worry about putting one on. You just big cylinder. Yeah, I see that. It took me 3 days to figure out how I was even going to approach this bag. Like, absolutely contemplating what was going to connect, how it was going to connect, what it was going to, well, what it started out, what it was going to look like changed. But the overall concept of how it was going to get shaped and turned into a thing, that took a couple 2-3 days at least of just thinking about it. Why think about it when you can overthink about it? There you go. I was doing little doodles of how I thought it would come together and stuff in my book where I like write down bracelet ideas and like, yeah. For the most part, it's held true to my original idea. It's just the pattern got changed up. Or how much we accomplishing here tonight. I should have kept better track of it so I could kind of get a ballpark as to when will this thing be done. I really thought that we would get a lot further than we did. We're almost done with this row, which is pretty cool. I like this song. If I wait, please in heaven I can skate. That's right. Here on earth I can't do jack without a man up on my back. Damn it. So weird. Periodically, my computer decides that, like, oh, you're listening to music. How about you listen to it on your phone instead? Like, I didn't touch anything. I have no idea why it decides to do that, but it's so super annoying. especially when I'm really enjoying the jam. At least in heaven I can skate. On earth I can do it. I'm fucking with it. Right. I loved that episode. And like I like the idea that like they could put that whole your whole mind into like the floor sweeper that like goes around the house. Like When it comes together, it's taking more concentration. Make sure that I'm getting it right. If you're wondering why I seem to be suddenly really quiet. Plus, the music is just bumping, so. Oh, ask questions, say things, make me talk. It might slow me down a little bit, but I feel would feel good. 2, 3, 4, 5. Ooh. My favorite book was probably Zen and the Art of Motorcycle Maintenance. I've read that at least a couple times. I really like that one a lot. Favorite movie? There's a couple. There's a lot of movies I really truly love, like Buckaroo Banzai. That was phenomenal. It's one of those cult like movies. It's just crazy. Um, what's the Amazon Women on the Moon, which is absolutely goofy and silly. And so many of those actors are no longer with us because they were old even when they were on that show. Like, I can't think of Rip Taylor was in it. It's a bunch of like little short clips. It's supposed to be that you're watching the late show, but they're having technical difficulties, and then little short stories get added in there. The same is true with like short stories in movie. Was it movie 43, 42? There was a silly spoofy kind of movie that made fun of a lot of stuff. That was great. Hang on, I want to know if it's movie 40 something. Hang on. Yeah, 43, I think. Yeah, movie 43. Hilarious. Amazon Moving on the Moon is an old one that was like played on HBO a million times over. Very silly. It's like it's trying to do a movie from the 50s, but then it's got like Arsenio Hall starting the whole thing off, where it's just a guy having the worst day ever. Like anything that could go wrong goes wrong for the poor guy. It was so absolutely hilarious. It's got Andrew Dice Clay is in it. Like there's just like so many cameos. Yeah, right. Kind of want to know what happened to him. Like he would not be able to be doing his shtick like he was doing back then in today's, upside world. Hickory dickory dock. Uh, he was definitely from a different era. Really? I have not changed any settings, so I don't know why there'd be more ads. But that's unfortunate. kind of want to know who the actors were with the Rip Taylor and the other ones. There was a couple other guys that were really older, slapsticky kind of stuff. They got together for a bit. What other movies? Yeah, so Buckaroo Banzai, that movie, that's got the guy from Third Rock from the Sun. I can't think of what his name is. He's been in like real famous roles, better roles than this, but he acts like a crazy guy in Buckaroo Banzai, and he's absolutely hilarious to watch. He really, really sells that bit of being absolutely insane. That one's a lot of fun. I'm a huge fan of Doctor Who. I've watched most of the episodes. Oh, I can give you another movie that I really truly love, and I've probably watched more than a half dozen times or more, at least. It's a mad, 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 mad world that is so full of stars from that day. It was absolutely incredible. Like such a great movie. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, wow. The La one. I like how my thing read that. The La one. LA. Oh man, it is so coming together. Los Los Angeles. That's a bummer. Well, chances are any TARDIS pin would be made in China. And I can guarantee you they have really cool TARDIS pins on AliExpress. So, you know. Yeah, I've seen TARDIS pins from China. I have considered pins. I also kind of kept thinking that all the pins that I already have, I should stick them on a jacket or something where I can actually go out and people could see this thing. Like I've got one that's the Insane Clown Posse, uh, the Hatchet Man. Wow, that would have been cool. Tempted in working on this during the day tomorrow, and I was just thinking through my head like the possibility of live streaming it. But if I did try to live stream it during our regular day hours, I'm pretty sure it'd be too early for anybody in the U.S. It might even be too early for anybody in like Europe, for that matter. So like there'd be anybody that would be watching it would have to be like, you know, closer to the Asia time zones or something, or just have really bad sleep habits. Um, I don't know if it's worth like starting the stream or not. But I definitely see myself putting in a lot of time because we did not get as far as I wanted to. Where am I? Everything's trying to disappear on me. So we're almost at 2.5. You know? It's not, I can't quite get it close enough unless I take the work off of the thing to do it. I can't tell you though, the number of times that I see something, I'm like, oh, that looks interesting. And then I like, wait, it says that it's this size. And I look at my arm like, no, that's not cool. So there we go. On my arm, it looks like it's 2.5. Am I? Oh yeah, it is. There we go. Yeah, it works. Yeah, this thing's really cool. See, this is what happens when you tell somebody with some artistic skills, do what you want. Here's some basic guidelines of what I think I want, but you go ahead and hook it up. Because, yeah, I mean, I'm willing to go a whole lot further for somebody if they're like willing to let me be creative. Yeah, that was wicked cool. Yeah, I'm looking forward. There's a posts tab for YouTube. I will post it over there. Just sew it on. I'm just going to sew the button in by hand. It's not the kind of button that's got the holes on the top. It's the kind of button that's got the hole underneath. So I sew it underneath, and I have to like leave the strings a little bit long and then do a little bit of a macrame around it, so that way it's raised up enough that it won't interfere with the loop. I guess I could actually put it on Discord. That's another good place for stuff like that. I'm not sure where to post that though. But yeah, it's a really pretty pin or button. It's we saw some that were really awesome, but they didn't have like the hardware for like sewing it on. So I had to go with one that would work. The order to make this, or where did I order the button from? AliExpress. If you're talking about the button where we order, AliExpress. It's real easy to get stuff from them here in Singapore. It's not that far. The pin should be coming in Monday or Tuesday. One of my early thoughts on doing this was that these white strands that are in here were going to be the glow in the dark string, but I couldn't find it in time to get it started. I just decided to say forget it, but it would have added at least a few extra dollars to the cost of things. But it would have been really neat that like it would have been like stars that, you know, at night lighting up. It would have been cute. Maybe I do another bag similar to this, same kind of style, but big enough to hold a phone. It would be kind of fun. Then I could do do it on the streams, have a full web page dedicated to the pattern and everything. I feel like we're a little way from it happening, but it could be a cool venture. Cool. Well, it's basically 1 o'clock here. In fact, the SpongeBob should come in shortly. Oh, it didn't play for you guys. That's weird. So yeah, it's 1 a.m. It's time to call it quits. A quick shout out to my YouTube members who make this stuff possible. Thank you guys so much. Well, I guess this one wasn't YouTube members. This one was somebody else helping me get this one. But for the most part, my channel is supported by these guys. So kudos to them. If you ever want to join, it's easy. It's next to the subscribe button. There is a join button. It's $4 a month. Might be more or less depending on your currency. I don't know how that works. But yeah, we'll be back next week. Most likely with the can thing, because I plan on trying to get this thing done as quickly as I can. If I'm still doing this next week, I'm going to be really disappointed in myself. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you guys for all of the chatting and making it a fun stream. And yeah. And as always, don't get your strings in a bunch.